Hello students, now next start with solving some problems related to the instantaneous center method. So before starting this, let's study about some important relation which will be used while solving problem on instantaneous center. So first is this relation. Now if we know the two sides of any triangle and if we need to find out third side provided that the angle between two sides is given, let's say theta. So C, which is the length of third side, will be given by this relation. So this is very important. Please keep remember, this will be very useful. Now in second case, if we don't have angle theta and if we know the side length of the triangle, so we can find out theta by this relation. So these are two important relations which will be used many times while solving problem for instantaneous center method. Now next is, as we know, if any particle or body is having pure rotation, so we can use this relation which is V is equal to R omega. So this relation gives us a relation between linear velocity and angular velocity. That means if any element is under pure rotation, so velocity at any point on that element will be proportional to its distance from center of rotation. So by multiplying angular velocity with the distance from the center of rotation, we can have the linear velocity of that particle at any time t. So keep remember that velocity direction will be always normal to line joining that point from the center of rotation. Okay, now next relation is, see, in general plane motion we always assume that there lies a instantaneous center about which the body will be having pure rotation for a certain time. So suppose here we have this AB link which is under general plane motion, and this is the IC center. This is the ICR, means instantaneous center of rotation. So we assume that this is having pure rotation at any instant. So if it is having pure rotation at this instant for which center of rotation is IC, so we can apply this relation which is equal to V is equal to R omega. That means ratio of velocity of each particle on that body to the distance from its center of rotation will be constant. So for a general plane motion body, if we assume at any instant there is a pure rotation about center which is I center, so we can use this relation for finding out velocity of A as well as velocity of B which is lying on the body which is under general plane motion. Now in the similar case we can apply for this one also. So for this, there's A particle moving towards right and B particle moving towards left. Now for this case we found the I center is this one which is IC. So we can apply this relation which is VA, velocity of A particle, divided by IA, distance from its center of rotation, will be constant, and that will be equal to omega. So we have what we have used here, V is equal to R omega. Similarly, velocity of B divided by the distance from its center of rotation which is from I center, again that will be equal to omega. So omega is what? Omega is the angular velocity of that body which is under general plane motion. So these are the some relations which will be used for solving the problems in case of general plane motion. Now there is a problem where in this case a crank and slider mechanism is given. In this case you can see there are some given parameters. So what are the given parameters? We can see there is angular velocity of AB. So what is AB? AB is the crank. So angular velocity of crank is given which is 10 radian per second. Next is, you can see the length of this crank AB is given 0.25 feet, and next is length of connecting rod. So this is BC which is connecting rod, it is given 0.75. So what we need to find out in this problem? We need to find out velocity of this slider which is VC. So here in this case we must know what are the motion of different element. So this is crank which will be always under always under pure rotation. This will be this will be C element which is piston. This will be always under pure translation, and this is link BC which is connecting rod. So for this link will always have general plane motion. So to start with the problem, first we need to identify where is the I center lie. So for finding out the I center, what we need to do? first we need to find out the velocity directions of the different points lying on the connecting road B and BC. So there is a point B. Now you can see this point B is lying on connecting road as well as on crank. So if it is on crank, so B velocity, since it is rotating in clockwise direction, so B will be towards this and it will be normal to line joining AB. Okay, because AB is under pure rotation. Now next is velocity of C. So this C particle, so C will be piston motion. This will be pure translation. So if crank is rotating clockwise, so this C will move towards this direction. So these are the velocity directions of B and C. And as we know, B and C are also lying on connecting road BC, which is under general plane motion. Now next is to find out or to locate I center for this case. Now how we can find out I center? First, by moving in a direction perpendicular to translation. So we moved in this direction. Next is, so this is the VB direction, velocity VB. So we'll have to move perpendicular to this one. So if we'll go along this, so this will be the I center for this problem. Now once we'll get the I center, after that, so this is our point I. So let I give name. This is, just a bit, this is I. Now, okay, leave it. Now next is, after finding out the I center, now we can find out the velocity of B. This is VB. So velocity of B can be found out using relation V is equal to R omega. Why? Because it is under pure rotation. So VB is equal to omega AB, which is the angular velocity of crank AB, multiplied by its length, because this B point is at a distance of how much? 0.25 feet. So, and angular velocity is 10. So 10 into 0.25 will give us velocity of B. So the body BC, which is under general plane motion, we got the velocity VB. Now we need to find out velocity VC. So how we can find out? So this is I center. Now if this is I center, so first we need to find out angular velocity of this link BC. So next step is, now in triangle IBC, so this is triangle IBC, this is I center, this is B and C. So let's first we find out the different angles. Now you can see this is 90 degree and this angle is given 13.6 degree. So this angle C will be equal to 76.4 degree. So angle C will be 76.4 degree. Next is angle, this one, angle I will be 45. How? You can see this is right angle triangle and this angle is given 45 degree. This is 90 degree. So this angle will be, angle I will be 45 degree. Now remaining angle B will be 180 minus this angle I plus angle C. So we'll get angle B is equal to 58.6 degree. Now after getting angle B, C and I, now in this triangle we can apply sine rule. Why we are applying sine rule? So that we can get I, B and I, C. So for that, let's apply sine rule. So sine rule is what? Ratio of corresponding side to the sine of the angle contained by opposite two side will be equal. So when we will take IC, so please take this as I. So IC upon sine of this angle, sine B, upon is equal to IB, this is IB, upon sine of angle C is equal to BC upon sine of angle I. Now we need to find out IC and IB. BC we know it is given 0.75 feet. Angle B, C and I we have already found. So next is how to find out IC. So we can see IC will be equal to, so IC can be found out by comparing this and this parameter. So after comparing these two, so we'll get IC is equal to BC sin beta over sin I. So putting the value of these all parameters, angle B, angle I and BC, will get IC is equal to 0.9056. Again, we can find out IB also by how? By comparing these two. So when we'll compare these two, so we'll get what? IB is equal to 1.031 feet. So next is, if we have this I center, so we can have this relation VC upon IC is equal to VB upon IB is equal to omega BC. How we can use this relation? Because we assume at this instant this body BC, which is under general plane motion, having pure rotation about this I center. So we can apply this equation, which is from V is equal to R omega. So VC, velocity of VC upon distance from its I center, which is IC, will be constant, that is equal to angular velocity of BC. Again, VB upon IB will be equal to omega BC. Now our aim is to find out VC. Now if we'll compare VC upon IC is equal to omega BC, in that case we know IC but we don't know omega BC. So first we need to find out omega BC. So let's compare these two terms. So next is comparing these two terms. We'll get, now comparing these two terms, we'll get omega BC. Why? Because we know VB, which we have earlier find out here. Now, so omega BC will be equal to VB upon IB. We know VB, which is 2.5. We initially find out this is 2.5 upon IB. We already earlier found out, which is 1.031. So that will give us angular velocity of this BC is equal to 2.425. Now once we'll get omega BC, next is to compare omega BC with VC upon IC. So if we'll compare next, VC is equal to omega BC into IC. So using IC and omega BC, we can find out VC. So this is our required solution, which is VC, velocity of slider C. Thank you very much.